Hey everyone, Matt from Planet OSRS here. Welcome to the Complete Fight Caves Guide. I'm going to touch on some gear and inventory and stuff here, break down the caves, and then we'll go ahead and get right into it here. So gear-wise, go with what you got. I'm taking full Missouri, Venator ring, Pegasian boots. I'm going to go with the Zerite band braces. Weapons-wise, I have a blowpipe. I have some dragon arrows in my quiver. I'm going to use the twisted bow. Trust me, I won't cheat you on the Jad kill at the end. We'll get into all that. Inventory wise, your inventory might look a little bit different than mine. I'm 126 combat, so the ratio between gear or between brews and restores might look a little different. I would say if your defense is lower, so I want to talk to you if you're trying to attempt this on the low side of everything too, especially lower defense levels and you're wearing dragon hide. You may have to just wait until you have some tankier armor. If you're getting to Jad and you're aggroing the healers and you're not killing Jad before the healers are getting you, and then you're clicking off of Jad and you're in your inventory trying to sip some brews. And then you're timing it in between to try to heal up, but the healers are still getting you before you can finish Jad off. You may just need some tankier gear. Again, the ratio is 1 or 3 sips of Ceridome and Brew to 1 sip of Restore. So if you're lower, you might want to bring a few more brews than restores. You're more than likely, chances are, even if you go like 12 brews and you sacrifice a couple of inventory spots here for restores, you'll still probably have the restores to keep your prayer up at the end of the fight when you get to Jad. And then I'm taking just a ranging potion here. However, Bastion potions work good. Go with what you got. I don't make any recommendations as far as levels or gear because it really just depends on your preferences and comfort level there. A couple other things before we get into the monsters. You can actually hit the log out button if you're in the middle of a wave, and then it will pause at the end of that wave where you can log out, and then when you get more time you can log back in at the start of the next wave. So it does make it really cool where you don't have to do it all at once, which is awesome. And if you complete the Karamja Elite Diaries, which would require you to have at least 1 Jad kill, you get a free respawn in here if you die, once a day, which is really nice. So let's talk about some of the monsters that you'll face. The bats they look like the flying bats from Zelda, and they're every bit as annoying. They don't hit for a lot, but every time they go to melee you, they take a prayer point, and when you're already praying one thing, you can run low on prayer kind of quick. So you want to try to kill the bats when you can, if you see them. They can get stuck behind other monsters, so you can definitely go and manage them pretty well. And there is a combat achievement for completing a Fight Caves run without getting hit by a bat. And as you see there, I am doing this on mobile, so the lock screen came up. But those are the bats. The next thing that you'll face in there is going to be the Melayers, or the mini Blobs. You kill them, and they split off into 2 little blobs, pretty easy. Then you've got the Rangers. You want to pray range for them, and then the big Melayers. Their whole thing is if they're within range and can strike you, they can heal themselves and monsters around them. They actually can hit for a lot, so you really want to. They're easy to trap though, so you do want to be mindful of them. The next thing that you have are the Magers, and pretty much when they're out, you're going to be praying Mage from wave 31 when they start spawning on to the end of the fight day. And then it's Jad at the end. So we'll go ahead and get into it here. There is a rhythm to how the monsters appear, but we'll kind of talk about that here. So this is the room in the layout here. So I like to hang out in the north and the western ends here. So here's a bat. So wave 1 is just going to be a bat. Next wave, yeah, see, he was still within range of me. He initiated his attack, so I lost a prayer point there. That's okay. Wave 2 is double bats, as you can see here. I like to hang out over here in the north, in the western side. I just find it easier to trap them, the monsters. Some folks do like what they call Italy rock over here, the shape of the boot. You can go with what you want. I'm not making any, definitive recommendations. The reality is, for me, when I do this, towards the end of the fight, when this actually starts to get hairy, I'm usually out running around anyway. With the agility update that they just released about a year ago now, it makes it nice where you can kind of you have a little bit more run energy, and I'm just not hitting well. Even with this Venator ring, it's just not working out on those bats. But with the agility update, it makes it nice because you can run and kind of trap some monsters. So we should be on Blob and Bat. So yeah, like I was saying, there is a rhythm to how the monsters appear. It's Bat, then Double Bat, then Blob, then Blob Bat, Blob Double Bat, and pretty much whenever you see two of a monster, you can notice something above the next tier above it's about to spawn in. And you can use the blobs and the mini blobs that it spawns to kind of trap monsters behind them, because those mini little orange blobs don't really hit for a whole lot, so they're like good free walls that spawn in. Now see, this is double blob right now, so the next one's going to be Rangers. The reality is I don't really care what's spawning next, just in terms of, I know I'm going to have to pray range here, but that's totally fine. If you're doing this on PC, RuneLite has some good plugins that you can use. Oh man, they're actually hitting me. RuneLite has some good plugins that you can use as far as, spawn prediction locations. You can. The reality is I don't really care a whole lot, because once they spawn in, they're going to move towards you, so it really doesn't matter so much where they spawn. It's because everything's going to be coming down on you, and you're probably going to be prioritizing what to kill and everything when. So it can kind of help if once you get towards the end and you're hoping that the ranger's going to spawn over here and you can kill him before the meleeer can get to you and whatnot, but you don't have to have any of that stuff. You can do it on mobile and be just fine. There we go, we got a bat. Now see, this is two bats, so I know I'm seeing two of something, so I know the next thing above it's going to spawn next. Love zeros on the bats. And see, I killed the ranger, so I'm going to just turn my prayer off here. Yeah, one of the admins in our clan pretty much said it best as well. He was like, he had a Jad task for Slayer, and he is like, I have multiple kills here. I don't really have an issue killing him, but whenever Jad spawns in, I tend to sit up a little bit straighter in my chair. And I think that's how a lot of folks feel. I have over 180 kills here, so I'm still looking for the pet. I don't have the patience to burn Slayer points to get it on task to get the drop rate in half for it. With the updates and everything, where you can set up drop tables unique to each Slayer Master, it does make it nice, but I still don't have the patience for it. Man, not hitting well on those bats is just killing me. It'll be like that sometimes, though. Again, though, you'll still have more than enough supplies, even if you're not hitting well on the on the bats and stuff, if they do start taking prayer points, more often than not, you're going to have the supplies left over to be just fine. There we go, got me back up to 99 HP, feels good. Okay, we got double rangers, so next we're going to have meleeers. Then it's going to go meleeer, then melee bat, melee double bat, melee little blob, melee little blob bat, that sort of thing. And there's a rhythm to how the monsters spawn in. Not that it really matters, because it's just kill everything that you see. But it'll be nice to give the prayers a little break here. So this is going to be the point where we're going to start trapping some monsters. Gets a little bit more fun. So here's our big meleeer here. Meleeer, healing mage type of thing. They attack with melee. And see, this is why I like to just kind of camp and chill out over here. Or that western area over there, because it's the exact same rock formation as this. It just makes it so nice how you can drag them over here like this. Then I have him here, and then the bat gets trapped behind him. So I'm going to switch to a long-range weapon, my twisted bow. It would be good, even if you don't have a twisted bow, it might not be a bad idea. You can get away with it just with a blowpipe. You can move up like a tile and stay here. I think if the blowpipe's on long range, you could still get that bat. It just makes it nice to be able to switch. If you have the luxury of bringing two weapons, even like a crossbow or something like that, it's not bad to have a longer range weapon to deal with them. Oh, I love that. They just automatically spawn in like that. So if I put it on long range and I move up here, I can get the bat. And this is a nice part of the fight, too, because there's no rangers that are spawning. So we don't really have to worry about order of killing anything or anything like that. You can conserve a little bit of prayer during this part of the fight. Real nice. I don't even know what wave we're on. Should be able to trap him there. Yep. Spawn right into it. Oh, I forgot there was going to be a bat. Let's see. Trapped him. Yep. When you're going for that combat achievement of not getting hit by the bats, those mini blobs are your best friends. One other thing to note about those meleeers is it's easy when the camera's zoomed out, but you can see it when you're in the middle of the room and you're kind of moving towards a safe spot. They can move. They actually move relatively quickly. So that's something to keep in mind about. You can kind of misjudge the distance between yourself, and they can hit you, especially if you're in Dragonhide. They can really hit you. So that's something just to be mindful of. Don't think that you have, because they're bigger, they can cover ground fairly quickly. So it's just something to keep in the back of your mind there. All right, we're gonna have some rangers next, because double blob. Double of anything means the next thing is the next thing above it's going to start to spawn. So Now we're actually going to have to start prioritizing what we kill and when, which is going to be fun. So we're going to want to pray. The strategy for that, we're going to want to pray ranged, and then either trap the meleeer behind the ranger and take him out first, so then you can conserve prayer, or just pray range the whole time, take out the meleeer, because again, you don't want to tank melee hits to kill the ranger, because they can hit a lot. So here we go. Let's see what it gives us. Okay, so the ranger spawned over there. Yeah, I don't know that I want to see. He's already kind of on me here. I'm going to just do this. Yeah, see, I wasn't fast enough there. I misjudged the distance. That was a 15. I'm just going to do that. Come up here and get him. Alright, now he spawned right here. I bet I can get him. Yeah. It's always nice just when the ranger spawns close like that. I have no really worry about it. Sometimes you'll get that too, where you don't even have to either trap or pray that you kill the meleeer fast enough. Sometimes you'll be able to kill him before the meleeer can even hop onto you. And other times you might not be so lucky. Ah, bat. Alright, we want to take care of the bat. We want to take care of his little friend. And we're going to go back to the melee field. And while there's kind of a lull in the action, if I may, if you like our content, you should really consider joining our Discord, or it should be down in the description here. We're a very active clan in-game, and we would love to have you. We're always looking for more people. The more the merrier. The folks who plan our events, there's a couple of them in particular, and I know that this is going to be biased of me to say, but I nevertheless think it's true. We have some of the best event planners in the game. The events are always a ton of fun. Bingo, we played Chutes and Ladders. We've kind of made up our own games as far as bossing, skill of the week. The folks in our clan that plan those events, they're always super organized. Teams are fair. Everybody gets along. It's just a ton of fun, and it exposes you to new content. So if you're looking for a good active clan and to make some friends and everything like that, you should really consider joining our clan, Planet OSRS. Same as our YouTube channel. Always nice when they dive in them like that. But anyway, yeah, you should really consider joining. We would love to have you in the clan. And like I say, I think they're some of the best in the business. Alright, what do we got here? I'm going to just go for the bat, just because they're annoying. This is one of those double bat waves. Shoot. It would be helpful if I wasn't this quick. Love when the bats get trapped like that. Yeah, you can tank the mini blobs. That's totally fun. I'm going to try to use the ranger here to heal up a little bit. Man, just not hitting good this run. Was a little slow turning off my prayer there, but that's okay. And I wonder if I can pull that. Nice. All right. The way I always approach this is my thought process is it's like, okay, I don't want to just chance melee hits because they can kind of hit you and it can be annoying. It's enough that it's annoying. So it's like, okay, I feel like they're kind of restricting my movement until I take them out. Once the melee is taken out, then I can pretty much move freely and take everything else out as needed. But if you can flip it around and kill the thing that you have to pray first, that's always good too. You just want to, again, and you've seen me do it a couple of times just because I'm trying to talk and narrate and everything. You want to make sure at the end of the wave that you put your prayer back on, because once we get later into the run here, when the majors spawn, they hit like freight trains. So see, double rangers here. So the next wave is going to be, I know without even looking what wave I'm at, that we're going to have majors coming up here pretty soon. It's going to be a ton of fun. That means we're about halfway there. So the next wave after this is going to be double meleeers. And then it's going to be majors. And then it's just major bat, major double bat. Major and then blob. Major blob bat, you know. Alright. Don't need to pray anything yet. This is a pretty easy wave. And it is nice that the music resets every time. So it's like when you hear the music change, you know, to put your prayer on. Alright, here we go. Major. Trust me, from here on out, you're going to want to stay pray mage on. Pretty much the whole time. Also, if you have blowpipe specs and you're going to use the blowpipe in here, the majors are not the ones to use the spec on. Big meleeers, the little meleeers, oops, do that. Not like the blob, not like the tiny blobs, but like the bigger blobs. The purple blobs are good for healing. The rangers are as well. It's just because, again, these are level 360. So speccing them to heal with the blowpipe isn't really gonna, your probability of getting a good hit isn't very high. Man, again, that's just the story of this run. For this guide, it's just, I'm not one-shotting these bats very well. I know I'm using amethyst darts, but still. So see, took a couple of attacks there. That's going to get you in trouble. That's where you can start to lose some prayer. But again, I know I've said this about 3 or 4 times now, but it still is worth repeating. You're still probably going to have enough supplies left over for prayer at the end. Even there's plenty of room for air as far as that goes. Even if you go like 12 or 13 brews and restores, you should still have enough. Another thing that might help you as well is the Royal Titans have scrolls that update the second highest range prayer, so not rigor or augury, but they have Deadeye that you can update. It makes it a little bit stronger. So if you don't have rigor, unlocked, not a bad option. All DPS is good. You know, any DPS increase that you can put forth will help you. But that's the Royal Titans that drop those prayer scrolls, and they're fairly common drop. Once you get it, you can't get it again. But it really didn't take me that many kills to get both of those scrolls to update those prayers. Very nice option. I don't know why I'm killing them when I could be killing the ranger, or the major. And if you do have lower defense and you're using Dragonhide, you might not want to do what I'm doing right now. You might want to focus on everything getting you, because you can still pray mage, and you know the thought process then becomes like, okay, these might be creatures that don't hit much, but if your defense is low and you also have Dragonhide, stuff like that, the calculation might change a little bit because they're going to hit you a little bit better. I love trying to do that where I kind of click on these guys, then click on like the next one to try to one-shot him, and then back onto him here. Alright, so next we're going to have rangers, because this is a double blob wave, so double of one thing means the next tier above it's going to start to spawn. So now we're going to start to get into to add another whole layer to this here. So it hasn't really been too terribly hard now, but now we're going to really have to start prioritizing, because we have to leave protect magic on, because those majors can kill you in an instant. So we have to leave that on at all times. And we're going to have to tank some ranging hits here. That's just the nature of the beast at this point. So we'll get that break when the meleeers spawn. Because we'll eventually get out of this where it's, majors and rangers, and then it's, meleeers and everything. And then it gets real fun at wave 51 on, where everything's spawning, where you have the rangers, you have the big meleeers, you have the little meleeers, you've got everything, and then you're really picking and choosing what to kill. But hopefully I bend him too. Oh, we got a bat. I didn't even notice that. Those bats blend in. Might not be a bad idea to mark the bats, so you don't do what I just did there. There we go. Not gonna miss you again. I just remembered I could do that in real time. Well, if the Twisted Bow doesn't want to hit him, I guess I'll just blow pipe him. Another thing that you can do if you're struggling here with levels and everything is wait until you get this on a Slayer task. If you get assigned to kill any of like you can get Jad as a task, or you can just get like the anything, like any Tiz whatever, as a Slayer task. You can get either one as a Slayer task. It will work in here. Not a bad idea, especially if you're a lower level and you're struggling with it, to get the boost of the Slayer helmet. Always a viable option as well. I struggled mightily with Jad until I had until I got my Twisted Bow, and then it's just like a mindset thing. Because most of my kills, I still have to aggro the healers and everything. I have the combat achievement. There's a combat achievement here to kill Jad without the healers touching him. And I've had kills like that and everything. Most of the time, though, I am still having to aggro the healers and do it. Not that there's a wrong way to do it, but do it the quote-unquote right way. I didn't take my own advice, so that's pretty rare that you actually get a decent hit when you spec them, so just ignore that. But I used to struggle pretty mightily here as well, but it's really just a mindset thing. You have more time than you think you have, but all in good time. We'll get there. I'll have plenty to say when we do. Shoot, I've been over here just killing everything around me, not paying attention. The ranger initially was out of range, so I was just kind of la-di-da. And then if you have multiple doses of ranging potion that you're planning on using, and some people do, especially once it starts to get into like wave 51 and 52 on, when everything's spawning and you're really having to prioritize, you want those ranging boosts to be able to kill stuff a little bit faster. Totally understandable. Just understand that when you use your brews and you drink your doses of brew, you're going to lose that advantage as well. So like right now, if we were in the wave, like the higher wave 50s and everything, and I decided that I wanted to heal first, then take your sip of potion, and then hopefully you don't have to heal for a while, so you can use the full dose of your potion, if that makes sense. I think I'm gonna actually just brew up here. The brews are nice because you can overheal, but when we pre-pot for Jad and everything too, you want to make sure that you drink your brews and your restores and everything first, and then the last thing that you do is sip that ranging potion. And then if you need supplies during the middle of the fight, brew up and everything, and then go for your double rangers. Okay. Finally, we're going to be able to get that break in here again with the meleeers. Won't have to worry about rangers for a little bit. So since that was double rangers and everything, like I said, we're going to be in the melee territory. It's going to be smooth sailing here for a little bit. Where's that? There's the ranger. Let's see if I can hit you with some venom here real quick. Marking those bats is so nice. They really do blend in. Especially like the next wave where we're going to have 2 bats. There's a twisted bow finally decided to hit. Oh crap. See, I wasn't within melee range of him, so he was able to heal. Because I didn't have it set to, I didn't have the blowpipe set to long range. I should have like switched it over before I started doing that, but that's okay. I was kind of running out there and running back a little bit. Good for demonstration purposes to show you. Like I said at the beginning, if you're within range that they can hit you, the big meleeers, then they can heal themselves and or the monsters that are right next to them. So that was a good demonstration of that. Please let me run back over here so he goes here. You can only trap, the other thing about this here is you can only trap on this side, the bigger end of it, but I didn't do a good enough job of showing you. But if you're over here and you run up and around to like here, as long as you hug the area, the little magma, the little lava river there, they will get stuck over here, like up over here. That's why I like to trap over here, because you can kind of get them both ways. But a lot of stuff kind of spawns over in this vicinity. And when you're running back and forth during the end of it here, those last 9 or so waves, it's just, I find it nicer and easier. Not that I've even really been paying attention to what wave I'm on or anything. Okay, this is kind of cool. So they're both stuck behind the major. So the big meleeer is stuck behind the ranger, or the major, I'm sorry. And then the bat is stuck behind the meleeer. So if I do this right, you don't want to get within melee range of the major either. I promise you don't. They can still hit good. You'll feel it. Don't do it. Sometimes they just trap themselves. So when the game gives you a gift, just take it. Oh gosh. Really messed that up. Can we hit on these bats? Oh, I love it. I don't know why I'm running away from them. I should have just stood there. I already have the combat achievement, but that's how you can do it. Just click really fast if you're going for that combat achievement. I guess what you really have to do is complain when you don't hit the bats, because I took both of them out pretty quickly. That was kind of nice. All right. This must mean that we're going to be on like wave 51 or 52 here, because next we're going to have Rangers. So it's going to go, the next wave is going to go Major, Meleeer, Big Meleeer, I should say, Ranger, maybe a bat in there or something. But the point is that you're going to have all three of the big ones that you have to account for. The Major, the Big Meleeer, and the bat. I guess I can, for right now, turn off Protect Magic because he's trapped and can't get to me. But as soon as he dies, I'm gonna go right back on. Alright, so now it's just a matter of priorities here. Please kill him, please kill him, please kill him, please kill him, please kill him. There. Oh my gosh. I was a little slow on that, but I got lucky with that. I risked it, and he only hit me for a 7 as I was running back. And like I was talking about here, you can trap him multiple ways. So he got trapped over there, which is nice. The Meleeer did. That was a good wave. That was a really good wave. We got lucky with the spawn of the Ranger. We're not always going to do that. So next is going to be all of them. Mage, Big Melee, Ranger, Bat. Okay, I'm gonna try and trap this dude, Meleeer, because this is also a pretty good spawn. So you're trapped. I can stay right here and kill you. She was a little early on the switch there, but that's okay. What if I do this too? Can I move up here Go like this, go long range and get him. Yes, I can. It's all about prioritizing what you kill when. That's the name of the game at getting through these last few waves. So you still have plenty of supplies. Because you might need them for Jen. I'm going to start to move back up here. For some reason, this is my comfort zone, the northern wall over here. I really just like hanging out over here. Okay, what spawn? Where? Okay, I really should go for you. Go, 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 go. I clicked, please go. Okay, this is also a really good spawn. So I can just do this. Run over here, trap the meleeer. Get the bat, please. One shot the bat, please. Thank you. I think I should be able to trap him right here on Italy Rock. Yes, that's the trap on the Italy Rock. So it worked out. Like I say, I don't use Italy Rock, but I figured I know just by looking at that he probably would have slid down the other side there. So really good spawn there. As far as the trappings, this is really working out well. These last couple of waves here. Really, really good stuff. And now, because that was there should be little meleeers coming. They're nice little walls you can use to trap too. So it does make these in-game waves here go a little bit easier. Alright, zoom my camera out. Okay, so the meleeer spawn there. Mini meleeers right here. I'm guessing the rangers and yep, they're gonna be over here. Okay. So if I do this, I'm gonna move straight down, out and around. Let's do this. Let's go up over here, out and away. Switch to orange. Beautiful. You. Go back. About just a hair. Oh, good, he's still trapped. Let's just do this. Let's just get this annoyance out of the way just because I don't want to deal with it. Oh, wait, he's still trapped even if I'm on rapid. Nice. I could have killed the ranger and turned off the major, and then just run back down over here and safe spotted him. The big meleeer, but then you got to remember to go back and turn your prayer on and stuff. And supplies aren't really going to be an issue, so I have that luxury. But that is another option there that you could have done. Zoom out. What do we got where? Oh, perfect. Let's just double spec you because... So the big meleeer, so at this point the big meleeer should just... When he comes down there, he's going to be trapped behind this blob. Please kill him faster. Let's do this. Let's get the bat. Cool. Look at this. These little blobs are good for something. Let's go. Rangers in the middle of the room. Got a double bat wave. Oh, come on, hit him. Alright, I'm gonna just run down here. These bats are annoying. Alright, let's do this. We're gonna just run out and around. Gonna give the ranger the major a wide little berth there. No, go over here. Thank you. And this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this. As he comes down there, we're gonna do this. Trap him behind the meleeers, and that's perfect. Alright, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Okay, ranger. Oh gosh, the melee spawned right on top of me. Okay. This is what we're gonna do. So, I don't think the ranger can actually... Yes, he's not going to be able to get to me here. Because he's trapped behind the big meleeer, so... Nice. Shoot, not nice. Oh, come on. Oh, that was a fortunate turn of events. Ran up a hair early there. I bumped that. I did not mean to run over by him and risk getting a headbutt from hell. Alright, here we go. We are just about through it. This is the worst wave in the whole thing. Double ranger, meleeer, he's trapped, not going to worry about him. Kill the rangers fast as possible. Aw, and what a gift that I just ruined. Oh, don't headbutt me. Okay, long range. Just a hair back. There we go. Oh, come on. Oh, okay. I messed that up. Don't do what I do. I'm bad at the game. I don't know why you're even watching my gun. You know I say that I don't heal with the blowpipe on the majors, but the couple of times I've had to do it, it hasn't been that bad. That doesn't usually happen. It doesn't usually go like that. So next should be major and double meleeers, then double major, then Jad. So we're just about there. I'm going to just chill right here. I'm going to let them come to me. And I want them both like way over here, and then I'm going to run over here like this, run down here because they're both going to get caught. So, we can kind of start talking about it now. Because Jad this is where Jad's going to start to come into play, and let me explain. There's going to be, the next wave is going to be double majors, and starting from the rangers, the meleeers, and then the majors, you can see there that the second, like the twin, looks a little bit different. So like the second ranger is like a grayer, has like a grayer tinge to it. The second meleeer has a grayer tinge to him too. The rangers and the meleeers, the second one when there's double, both have that gray tinge to them. The next wave's double majors, and then the wave after that's Jad. Jad is going to spawn off of the orange. Okay, so Jad's going to spawn right up over here. Don't touch him though. The second major that spawns in is going to be orange, like you can see right there. Jad's going to spawn up over here. Because Jad's going to spawn in on the orange guy. That's really all you need to know. Alright, so I'm just going to switch to the Twisted Bow. I'm going to leave him on Rapid. Then I'm going to brew up right now. Or start to anyway. Alright, I'm going to sip my brew, sip my potion. Don't freak out. When he stomps his feet, it's a ranged attack. Look at how much time you have between attacks, guys. Oh, I was early on that. There's still a healer back there, but that's okay. Go ahead, heal him up. Look at all this time you have between attacks. Mage attack. I'm just going to kill the healers. If they heal him up enough, he will spawn in more healers, just an FYI. But you always just want to be watching Jad, right? So, like, he just made an attack there. Now, like, you have time between your actions, right? So, see, I just killed all the healers. Like, there's plenty of time here. So, let's pretend that maybe you got hit. Maybe you just had to take a hit, right? One move back onto Jad. So now it's prayer. You have all that time between attacks, guys. That's all there is to it. One last thing here, if you want to, you can, if you have, multiple capes and you're just pet hunting, kind of how I am, you can use the cape on this red guy right here and barter it, or trade it in for more Tokul. Yeah, and I'm not lucky either. So, that's all there is to it, everybody. I hope that guide helps. Just remember for Jad, one action and then back onto Jad. So, if you do get hit, maybe Jad hits you for like a 70 and he doesn't one-shot you. Watch his attack, click over to your inventory, click the brew, and then back onto your prayers, and obviously eyes back on Jad. Flick the next prayer, hit your restore, if you spam click, you might even be able to get 3 doses in. There's more time between Jad's attacks than you think there is, right? So, you know, one action back onto Jad, one action back onto Jad. If you keep that in mind, you'll be just fine. You can aggro the healers on you. If you have Jad below half health and they heal him up enough, when you get Jad below half health again, he'll spawn more healers. You know, he'll spawn however many healers are left, right? So if let's say you aggro all 4 of the healers, and then you kill 3 of them on you because you're taking too much damage, and then you go back to Jad. Once he gets below half health again, he'll spawn more healers. But if you can pick the healers off before they can even get to Jad, then they can't heal him, and then you can kill all 4 of the healers, and then keep killing Jad. So the more healers that you pick off before they can get to him, because it does take them some time to get to him, you can actually stop them from getting there so he doesn't spawn more, kill all the healers like I did, and then not even have to worry about it going back over to Jad. So again, I know I was using the twisted bow and everything like that, but you know, I did it the right way. I was still aggroing the healers. I even drank a brew in the middle of the fight and everything. So I don't think that I really cheated the kill at all or anything like that. I was trying to demonstrate how you can do some of that stuff there. So with all of that said, you know, there's more than one ways to get this done. Go with what the game gives you. You know, don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Sometimes, you know, as you could see as I was going through there, monsters were spawning and getting stuck on each other. Super nice. Don't overthink it. You'll get right through it. I know Jad can psych you out. It can seem kind of daunting. Even though this is old content from the RS2 days in the early 2000s, he's still one of the bigger bosses in the game, and I feel like he still has that feel to him. But don't worry, don't panic. You're going to get through it. You're going to be just fine. You got this. Go in there and get it done, guys. I hope you found this guide helpful. As always, go forth and conquer. Take care, everybody.